What would you do if you lost everything? Imagine your family leaves, your land, dias, and your entire village turns to dust. Everyone tells you to give up, that it's over. But one man did something so crazy, it actually worked. This is the story of the man who refused to quit when quitting was the only smart choice. There's this place that's basically hell on earth. Dry, cracked ground as far as the eye can see. No trees, no grass, nothing. The sun just beats down like it hates you. And that's where a man named Karim lived. 10 years before our story starts, a terrible drought hit. The river stopped flowing, and the fields turned to powder. One by one, families packed up and left. Karim's own wife begged him. "Please," she said, "we have to go. Our children need food." And she was right. Any normal person would have left. But Karim said no. His father was buried in that ground. 7 generations of his family had worked that land. He just couldn't walk away. So his wife took the kids and left. Karim stood there all alone, watching his entire world disappear over the horizon. And he cried. Big, painful, ugly tears. That night, alone in the dust, Karim made a choice. He thought, if I'm going to die here anyway, I might as well die trying. He knew there was a small stream, a tiny trickle of water, 15 miles away. So the next morning, Karim started walking. 15 miles there, filled to heavy pots with water. 15 miles back, 30 miles every single day, just to carry back enough water to plant one single seed. People who saw him thought he was crazy. They laughed. Trees. Here, you're wasting your life, old man. But Karim said nothing. He just kept walking. And here's the part that really breaks my heart. Most of the seeds he planted died. He'd plant, he'd water, he'd pray, and a week later, it would be dead. The first month passed. Nothing. The first year passed. Still nothing. His hands bled from carrying the water pots. His feet cracked from walking 30 miles every single day. He got so thin you could see his bones. The second year ended. Still nothing. Can you even imagine doing something every single day for 2 years and seeing 0 results? Then, in the third year, on a perfectly normal morning, Karim walked out to his field and he saw Italiano, a tiny, weak, but impossibly green shoot. It was alive. He fell to his knees, his whole body shaking, and touched it with his rough hands. He whispered, "You survived, you beautiful, stubborn thing." That one little shoot changed everything. It was proof it was possible. From that day on, Karim became obsessed. He started planting 2 seeds a day, then 3, then 5. He learned which seeds were the toughest, where the best spots to plant were, how to protect them from the wind and sun. 5 years in, he had 12 trees. 10 years in, he had hundreds, and the ground itself started to change. It got darker, softer. 15 years in, travelers would stop their journeys just to stare, because there, in the middle of a barren wasteland, was a forest. Who did this? They'd ask, and the locals would point. That guy. He's been doing this for 15 years. One man, word spread. Scientists came, news crews arrived. They all asked Karim how he did it. And he said something that gives me chills every time I think about it. I didn't bring life back. Life was always here. It was just waiting for someone to believe in it. One reporter asked if it was worth it. 20 years of pain, of long lines. Karim just looked out at the forest he had built. Birds were singing in the branches. Children were playing in the shade. Everyone told me one man can't change anything, he said. But look, every tree started as one seed, one choice. He paused for a moment. The world doesn't change because of great men. It changes because of men who don't give up. 25 years after he planted that first seed, the impossible happened. The forest was huge now, a thriving ecosystem. And because of the trees, The rain started falling again. A river that had been dead for decades started to flow. And then, families started coming back. They built new homes. They planted new crops. The village came back to life. Karim, the man they had all called crazy, became a legend. One evening, an old woman was walking through the forest. It was his wife, the one who had left 30 years ago. She fell to her knees, crying. "I'm sorry," she wept. "I didn't believe." Karim gently helped her up. "You had to save our children," he said. "I had to save our home." She looked around at the miracle he had built. "How did you keep going?" she asked. Karim smiled. "I didn't plant these trees for the people here today. I planted them for the children who haven't been born yet. That made every single day matter." Look, I don't know what you're going through right now. Maybe you feel too small to make a difference. Maybe you feel like you should just give up. When you feel that way, think about Karim. One man, one seed. One choice. That's what started a miracle. You don't have to change the entire world today. Just plant one seed, take one step, and tomorrow, do it again. People might tell you you're wasting your time, but years from now, when people are standing in the shade of what you built, they'll remember you. Not because you were great, but because you didn't give up. Subscribe if this story hits you. Every video here is a seed, just waiting to grow. You're not too small. You're not too weak, and you are not too late. Miracles don't happen in a day. They happen one day at a time.